and Phil/Bill stroke the Kaiser Chiefs in a one-time only pub gig right at the end of the...
Welcome to Never Mind the Buzzcocks. I'm Ricky Wilson, lead singer of middle-of-the-road indie band Kaiser Chiefs. And this evening, I'm contractually obliged to say, I predict a laugh riot. I feel so dirty. Anyway, Phil's first guest is a man who has done more for medical science than any guinea pig ever could. It's former Happy Monday, Bez. Bez was once too drunk to appear on Richard and Judy. The shaking, quivering Rex said, never mind, Richard, we'll just have to get another guest. His second guest is a regular on the stand-up circuit and a best-selling author. It's Jeff Green. Jeff once shared a flat with Eddie Izzard and Lee Evans. Imagine that, two comedians in one flat. That's Jeff and Bez, ladies and gentlemen, Phil's team. Phil's first guest books the best band ever to come out of Yorkshire. From super cool tunesmith The Cribs, it's Ryan Jarman. I got Ryan on the show tonight partly because The Cribs are one of the most underrated bands in the country, and partly because we can share a cab back to Yorkshire and claim expenses for two. His second guest is Radio 1 DJ and the face of Channel 5 Sport. It's Colin Murray. Colin once found himself hosting a live show on Radio 1. She turned up for a 5-minute audition with Radio Ulster. Tell me about it. I only came here tonight to vandalise the Blue Peter Garden. Colin and Ryan, ladies and gentlemen, Bill's team! We start with Sorry No Refund. Bill, Colin and Ryan, here's yours.
Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it.
She's freaky, she's cheeky, she's slimmer of the weeky. It's multi-platinum Pat Butcher of rap, Missy Elliott. That was Missy Elliott with Work It. But why did she pull out of a gig in Glasgow in 2004? Was it because, A, there weren't enough tour buses to transport her hangers-on? B, 5 of her dancers fell ill after sampling deep-fried Mars bars for the first time? Or C, her trademark ostrich feather cloak was impounded at Glasgow Airport Customs?
Trademark ostrich feather cloak? What?
Don't laugh, we've all got one.
But if you got all the feathers off an ostrich, it would just... you'd look like an ostrich, wouldn't you? You just... I don't think that's right.
And you know what? I'm not one to be talking about the larger lady, but it's going to be a few ostriches, isn't it?
It was for the part of the act where Bernie Clifton rides her around.
Right, I'm hoping that it is actually B, because although that sounds like the most ridiculous one, you know, the
Mars bar
deep-fried Mars bar, if it's A or C, then she's just a ridiculous human being, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you can't show up because you've got, like,
well,
not got enough tour buses, or because you've got some kind of dead animal issues, you know what I mean? There's obviously some problem there.
I wouldn't argue with her. She's so hard, look, she cries bees. That's how hard she is. I'm gonna bitch slap you, I'm gonna cry a wasp.
A guy once said to me, if you want to keep wasps away from you at summer, the best way to do it is by wearing a beard of bees.
Is it?
Because wasps are scared of bees.
And beards. No, tour buses. Now, I had a tour bus once, which was it was brilliant. It was a Sherpa van, and it was just me driving it. So just me with a van, really. So
we once had Snoop Doggy Dogg's tour bus, right? He's a proper famous guy, really. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, he's one of the big dogs.
He obviously has a bit of this. Yeah,
he's a kingpin.
That were a good one. That were a good one. Anyway, no, but it was actually a good one. But like, so we had Snoop Doggy Dogg's bus, and you know, like in a tour bus, you get like loads of like free films to watch and DVD. You usually get like you know, the best of the two Ronnies or something. I don't know, something shit. It's like,
Don't diss the two Ronnies.
as soon as I said it, I did actually realise my mistake. But all the DVDs on Snoop Doggy Dogg's bus featured Snoop Doggy Dogg. And one of them, I don't know why it had him on the front cover. He was dressed as a pilot, like. And we took the inlay card out and drew the classic schoolboy penis on his head. You know what I mean? On his front cover. It's like I just really want to know what the look on his face was when he saw it. You know what I mean? It must have been,
Who been drawing dicks on Snoop's head? Or something like that.
I'm sure he's a nice guy. You know what I mean? I'm sure he's a nice guy. However, I'm an old-fashioned man. And a cock on the head is always...
Wait a minute. I love this bit. It's good night from me, and it's good night from him. I love
Got an answer?
No, Snoop Dogg is the answer. No, I don't know. I think she's so bling and hip-hop, she'd have too many tour buses. So I'm going with A.
The answer is A. Yes, Missy cancelled a huge gig at the Glasgow Arena after promoters discovered that there weren't enough buses in the whole country to transport her massive entourage, which I'm guessing is ghetto slang for arse. Missy Elliott has a swimming pool even though she can't swim, so Cliff Richard's got a cock, and he can't swim either. So, moving on swiftly, Phil, Jeff and Bez, this one's yours. More rock than Iron Maiden, Guns N' Roses, Kiss, and AC/DC piloting a guitar-shaped rocket into the heart of the sun. It's the filthy, hard-headed heathens of rock, Motorhead. That was Motorhead with Killed by Death. But why did they halt their 1977 tour halfway through? Was it because A, Lemmy caught a horrendous bout of scurvy, B, their drummer, Filthy Phil Taylor, broke his wrist punching their manager during an argument, or C, their booze budget was blown in the first 3 shows and the band refused to tour without it?
What's the name of this track?
Killed by Death. Wow. If it was called Killed by Scurvy, we'd have a bit of a... Is scurvy fatal?
Well, I've had it. I've still got it, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
Tell a lie, I haven't got scurvy, I've got scabies.
Ah! Different thing.
You cure it with an all-over body milk that smells quite distinctive.
Nice.
You don't have to wear it for a day. Yeah. And then a few years later, I went on a date with a girl, and I was going, you smell really familiar. And it was, oh, yeah. Where were we?
Let's have a look at Lemmy there. And he's one of the only rock bands that actually insisted on their security being done by Essex Hen Knights.
Right, yeah.
He's funny, isn't he, Lemmy?
Lemmy?
Yeah. Oh, he's got some... He's got his... I bet he's had scabies.
That's very nice, isn't it? He bought that iPod from the pound shop.
Should we go with the drummer breaking his wrist, Bez?
Nah, sounds too obvious.
This is how they used to string it out on Morse. Bez, what do you think happened? So you don't think it's the wrist?
Nah, too obvious. That
Too
one.
obvious.
Yeah, man. They definitely didn't run out of booze, so it just leaves one option, really, doesn't it?
Scurvy. You think that Lemmy lacked vitamin C?
He definitely did.
Well, when you were in the Mondays, did you take vitamin pills as well as the other pills? Would it be like an E, a C?
All I can tell you is don't eat the eggs, man. They make your stomach rotten, so... plenty of the C and the E.
So lots of C, lots of E, no eggs.
Yeah, no eggs.
It's not quite the Atkins, but I'm sure it worked. You know, if anyone knows about taking in the right number of pills, it's Bez. So... I'm going to have to go with Bez.
OK. You're wrong! The answer is B. On Motorhead's first headlining tour, drummer Filthy Phil Taylor became so angry with their tour manager that he punched him in the face, breaking his own wrist in the process. Which sounds manly, but they were fighting over a box of scented tissues while they were watching Watership Down. Motorhead is officially the loudest band of all time, though technically it's Simply Red, but that does include booing. I'm not allowed to lean back on the chair, right? You wouldn't give someone a chair you can do that on. If you didn't want them to do that.
It does look like you're being pleasured by a